Hi, welcome to Blossoming to Your Greatness, the podcast sponsored by Wings of Love Women's Ministry. And Wings of Love Women's Ministry, we help build the self-esteem of women who suffer from domestic violence, abuse, and other setbacks by helping them to grow in the knowledge and understanding of God's Word so they can be healed and restored. And today we have a wonderful special guest, Tia Collins. And Tia owns Clothed Right. She's a woman of faith, style, and purpose. She's a personal stylist, online boutique owner, and ordained minister who believes deeply in God's power to transform women from the inside out. She enjoys helping them see not only their outer beauty, but their inner worth. As the author of Effortless Style, Dress for Your Body and Love Your Wardrobe, Tia empowers women to embrace confidence through understanding their body shape, elevating their basics, and creating wardrobes that reflect who God designed them to be. Welcome, Tia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carmen. I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. So tell us about yourself and more about your business and how long you've had your business.
Again, I want to say, Carmen, thank you. Thank you for what you do in the community. And thank you for having me here today. I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, sure. Again, hello. My
Hi.
name is Tia Collins. And I would say if I'm going to tell you about myself, I am first and foremost a woman of faith. Yes, I am. A woman who has a passion and a heart for God. And I'm also a personal stylist, personal shopper. I own my own online boutique called clotheright.com. Easy to remember. And yes, and I'm also a newly ordained minister. I was licensed in 2014, but I was just newly ordained this year in June of 2025. So I'm excited about that. And if I could tell you a little bit more about myself, I could kind of start from my background. And my mother and my grandmother were very fashionable women. And so I can honestly say that I totally got my fashion ability from them. They loved fashion. Um, my mother and my grandmother on both sides loved fashion. And they also were working women. And so I think that that's where my passion to help women who have trouble, who are busy, and they just don't know what to do. I think that's where my passion comes from for helping those busy women is that I grew up with a working mom. My grandmother, worked, she cleaned office buildings. And so they were busy women, but they still stayed fashionable. So I think also my passion is that being fashionable with ease. I call it effortlessly cute.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's wonderful.
And so you like that, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's great.
And I just love an effortless style. I really do. And I think, that's where it comes from. And so what some people may not know about me is that I'm also a reading specialist at an elementary school. So some people may not know that about me. And not only do I have a passion for fashion, but I also have a passion for teaching reading to teachers and to students. My background as a reading specialist really, really helped me with my ebook. And so my ebook is called Effortless Style, of course, Dress for Your Body and Love Your Wardrobe. And as a reading specialist, I really use my skill to write this book. I'm used to breaking things down step by step
Okay.
and building confidence in teachers and students. And so I really brought what I knew and that skill for being a reading specialist to my ebook. And so my ebook is that step by step guide that it really helps to build the confidence of women who really just don't know how to put it all together. So
Okay.
that's just a little bit about me.
Well, that's great. That's wonderful. You are a
You.
virtuous woman, Miss Collins. Mrs. Collins. And that's wonderful. So tell us more about um, what inspired you. I know you mentioned that your mom and grandmother, they were very fashionable and they motivated and inspired you to do what you do. Would
Yeah.
you like to expand more about that and let us know what your short-term and long-term goals are?
Well, first of all, I want to say that the name clotheright.com is actually short for clothe and righteous. So
Oh,
one day I was just praying about it all and reading scripture. And so clothed in righteousness. I wanted it to stand for something, right? So clotheright.com is not just being clothed right, but it actually stands for being clothed in righteousness.
okay, wow.
So I just wanted to say that. I have I started the business as a t-shirt business. And so I really wanted to get the message of Christ across. And I thought t-shirts would be a great way to be like what we call a gospel track. Remember that?
Yeah.
And so I really wanted to get across the message of Christ. And so I decided to do it through t-shirts. But then the t-shirt business in 2017, I ended up turned into an online boutique for women's clothing, which and then today, now my business, it's really shifting more towards personal shopping and personal styling. So not too much of selling women's clothes, even though I still do, but that personal styling, personal shopping is that personal touch that I really love. And then I've been asked to teach also about elevating your basics. So I also do that. So my business is really shifting toward the personal shopping, personal styling, and teaching women how to really elevate their basics.
Wow.
And so
That's great.
my I'm also located in the DMV and online. I love being an online boutique owner. I love the digital part of it because then I get to connect with women from all over.
Yes.
I also am not, I don't have any obstacles as far as personal styling because I can actually do it virtually as well. Right. So I love that part of it. So
Wow.
I don't have those obstacles in the way.
Okay.
And that's why I can work with women virtually as well and build my clientele from all over. So I love bringing what I call the boutique experience right into your living room.
Okay. Wow. Great. So you
I
started your
love
business what year did you start your business?
it. In 2017, it's so funny because I actually, my husband and I were on our way to a ministry engagement, and he was doing a youth ministry, and I fell and broke my foot, my bone, two bones in my foot. And
No.
so that was in 2017. So that summer, I actually had to sit down and take the idea of having a women's online boutique and actually do it.
Yes.
So it really all worked out for my good.
Yeah.
Um, I, I get so inspired. Um, I get inspired with women's fashion. I love that cliche that people say, you have a passion for fashion, but I really do have a passion for fashion. But I think too, I love easy fashion, right? I don't think that fashion has to be cumbersome. It doesn't have to be so hard or so difficult. And so, in addition to
Right, this is what
always
it does.
say it again. Oh, I thought you were saying something.
No, not me. I think
But
someone else.
and so I was just saying that I just don't think that fashion has to be hard. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be cumbersome. And so I would get inspired because people would always say, "Wow, you look really nice. I love what you have on. Where'd you get that from?"
Mhm.
And so I would get those questions all the time. Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that? Oh, that's really nice. I like the way you did that. And so I tell people, "Oh, I went here or I bought it here." And then I would see people with it on. I was, "Oh, okay." They actually see me as a resource. I love it. And so, and then I just felt like they trusted me, you know. Um, So once I would start seeing people with wearing the things or taking my advice, I thought, what if I were to just sell clothes myself? And so I was inspired that way. I also was having a conversation with someone, one of my friends, and someone was complimenting me. We were all talking, and one of my friends said, "Oh, her style is effortless." And that really stuck with me because really that is what it is. Because I don't think fashion should be cumbersome, but it is an effortless style. Just kind of taking the basics and elevating them is what I really, really love to do. And so I love, it's just, I guess my inspiration comes from a combination of wanting to see women dress fashionably with ease. And I love being a resource for women. And so, like I said before, part of a lot of women in my family, they love fashion on
Mhm.
both sides. So, but I was also a witness to how fashion can tear women apart. And I said to the Lord, I have this passion for it, but I don't want that. And so I asked the Lord to really help me to do this in a way where He could get the glory out of my life. And so helping women just to kind of see themselves as God sees them,
Yes.
it really, I love it. I love it so much.
Oh, that's great, wonderful. Well, I truly am in alignment with you because we are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, and I truly believe that women are God's masterpiece, divinely
Yeah,
created by God. So you need to, once you believe and accept and agree with that and walk in that truth, then nothing can hold you back.
absolutely. Absolutely, Carmen.
Yes.
And actually, Ephesians 2:10, which you just recited, is in my ebook.
That's wonderful. Yes.
Totally a masterpiece, all for his glory, right?
Yes, absolutely. One of my books is called You Are God's Masterpiece, and it's specifically designed to build the self-esteem of women and help them to realize that they really are God's masterpiece and how to
Really,
walk in that.
yes, absolutely. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Yes.
So tell us, what are your short-term goals, Tia?
Well, my short term goal is definitely to increase visibility with my business to help women. Um, so that definitely is my short term goal. But more so with my long term goal, I really, really, Carmen, can see myself helping women get ready for job interviews, right? Because you're always, women, we get nervous, right? We get nervous when we have to present ourselves. But when you have on, and I know you can attest to this, when you have on that perfect outfit, you feel a little bit more confident. Now you read your scriptures, you prayed. Now put on the cute outfit to go to the job interview. You feel confident, right?
Yeah.
So I really could see myself helping women prepare for job interviews and things like that. So that's one of my short term goal. Definitely is to be more visible, to help women to dress fashionably with ease. But definitely a long term goal is definitely to be able to help women dress for interviews or just different events that they find important in their lives.
Okay, wonderful. So when you say increase visibility, do you have an action plan in place to facilitate that? Any marketing strategies that you've thought about and you want to execute?
Yes. It's so funny that you're saying that because number one, when I first started the business, I don't think I understood marketing. No, I'm not going to say I don't think. I know I didn't. I did not understand marketing or target audience. And so I was out doing vending events, my husband and I, and he's such a great partner of mine. We would go out almost every weekend and sell our clothes. and we would have vending events. And before I really understood my target audience, um, I was shopping for a different audience that I didn't need to shop for. I was shopping more for young adults.
Mhm.
And so one night, the Lord and I had a conversation about my target audience, and it wasn't young adults. And so I know now that my target audience is the woman that's over 30, the woman who may be busy, the woman who may be the CEO, the woman who may work in corporate America, the woman who has may not work in any of those places, but just has a lot to do. And they just can't put it all together. They don't have the time, or they just don't know how. And so I am that person that can help that woman to say, you know what, we're going to take those basics and we're going to elevate them. We can take just that plain uh, white V-neck T-shirt and put on your favorite wide leg slacks, and or put on your favorite jeans and add the jewelry, add the accessories, add the blazer, and use that to kind of elevate the basics.
Yeah.
And you don't feel like you have to have uh, a degree in fashion to get
Mhm.
dressed. And so I really feel like that's my target audience. I did help a young woman who was she was going to be a speaker at an event,
Okay.
and she was actually in a speaking competition and was going to be featured in a magazine. And she was just like, can you help me? And I'm like, I sure can. And so just to take the basics and elevate them with a really good suit and a really nice blazer, add that jewelry. She felt so confident. It was wonderful. And so that's my target. That's my market.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Now, have you thought about providing coaching services?
You know what? I haven't necessarily thought about the coaching. That's something that I can, think about, toss that back and forth. I think, but I really love teaching courses and classes, which
Okay.
I could see going right into coaching. So thanks for that idea.
Yes, you're quite welcome. Yeah, because when you mentioned what your long-term goals were, that came to mind, coaching.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't think about that, but I always think about teaching, women. I was actually invited to a church recently,
Okay.
and they wanted me to teach the women at the women's conference to to elevate their basics, to know how. Sometimes we even just show up at the store, just looking any kind of way because we think, oh, I'm just going to the CVS, oh, just going to the grocery store. And you just throw on anything. And I know we have those days, but it doesn't always have to be like that.
Mhm.
And so I did teach the women how you can just, wherever you show up, let's just show up, right? Because we are, as women, a pearl of great price.
Yes.
And I just think that God has created us, like you said, to be, we are his masterpiece.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes as women, we do all the things that we need to do. We read the scriptures, we pray, we read the self-help books. But then when it's time to get out into the world, sometimes I think we fall flat. And I think that we can actually go ahead and get dressed, even going to the CVS. And so
Wow,
I
that's
love doing that. I love teaching.
wow, that's great. Well, since you love teaching, have you thought about conducting workshops, creating your own engagements? And you can conduct workshops
Absolutely.
virtually as well as in person.
Absolutely, absolutely. After teaching at my church and after teaching at another church, I really feel comfortable in doing that. I mean, when women come up to you and say, that was really good, I didn't, I didn't even get that, but now I do. Or coming up to me and say, you know what, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. I'm going to get dressed.
Yes, yes.
You
Well,
know, that makes me feel good. And I was telling some women at a church one time, that, about the story of the pearl of great price.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And and I was like, that's how Jesus sees us. He sees us as a pearl of great price, right? That
Yes.
he went out, the merchant went out and he spent all he had on that pearl of great price. And I feel like that's what Jesus thinks about us. He thinks of us as his women as a pearl of great price. Like we are his jewel. And I don't think it's vain to show up in the world, looking very fashionable. I think it can be a gospel track. I think that when women come up to you and say, "Hey, where'd you get that from?" Or "You look really nice today," and we turn around, and I think that those things, moments like that, start conversations,
Yeah.
and we can start conversations even about Christ.
That's
We
right.
can build one another up, and whatever I can use to tell more women about Christ and what he did for me and how he has set me free,
Mhm.
I'll do it. I get a little passionate, Carmen.
That's fine. That's fine. We should be passionate.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong with being passionate, especially about what God's called you to do and using your spiritual gifts that He's given you, because He wants us to use his the spiritual gifts to help Him bless.
Yes, yes,
He
yes, he
blesses.
does.
We're blessed in return, so that's great.
Yes, he does. Thank you. I love it. I love
Tell
it.
me in
I
your own.
love.
I'm sorry. Go
Say
ahead.
it again. No, I was just saying, I just love it. I love it. I love fashion. I love Jesus. I love reading. I love. I have put it all together in that ebook.
Wow, that's wonderful.
All my passions.
Great. So
Yeah.
tell us, Tia, in your own words, how does your business impact the community?
Well, my business impacts the community because it helps women. You know, I think that as women, we come together over certain things, and we definitely come together over fashion, right? A
Yes.
lot of women, and we definitely come together when we can build each other up. And so I think my business really helps the community when I'm helping women be confident about who God called them to be and really to see themselves as God called them to be. When we were out, my husband and I were out doing vending events and selling clothing to women. And when women walk up to you like, "Oh no, I'm not going to get that. I can't wear that. I'm not that size." And I say, "Well, did you try it? Well, let's try it on." And they put it on and feel the confidence. Yeah. I just feel like I'm the type of person that builds up the community by building up the confidence in women, one woman at a time.
Wow, wonderful. Yes. Well, you're doing a great work, so keep it up.
Thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love giving tips. I love giving fashion tips that will elevate women. I love that.
It's wonderful. Excellent. Well, keep it up. Keep up the good work. So how can people contact you and how can they get your book?
So you can go to clothed.com, that's CLOTHED.com, CLOTHEDRIGHT.com. So clothed.com. My ebook is there. It's only $5.99 because you don't have to break the bank to be fashionable with ease. And so in the book, if you go to the website, you will see where you can purchase the book for $5.99. And in the book, I just show women how they can take even not just a basic t-shirt or jeans or pants, but even a set like what I have on right now.
Mhm.
I have on, I don't know if you can see it, but a blazer, and I have the pants to match. But you can just take something as simple as that and just mix and match. So I love to tell women about how to mix and match those sets. Even behind me, I have tops that could literally go with the pants I have on now. Or
Okay.
um, I tell women in the book how they can take a blazer from a set and pair it with a pair of jeans, trending jeans with the cuffs in them. Those are trending. And then what's really trending are jorts. I can add my blazer to these jorts. So
Okay.
just go to the website, clotheright.com, to get Effortless Style. Dress for your body, love your wardrobe. I want women to love their wardrobe. You can also contact me on Instagram
Okay.
at clotheright.com, and that's CLOTHEDRIGHTDOT.com. So it's DOT. So they can contact me there on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm on Facebook as Clothes Right. So
Okay. Okay,
feel
good.
free.
Would you like to share an email address or a phone number where they can reach you?
Sure, my email is info@clotheright. So that's info, at clotheright.com. So
Okay.
feel free to email me. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear women talk about the book. Go get that book, download it. It's an easy download. You go pay for it, you just download it. It is easy and it is awesome. I have, I'm going to put some of the reviews up for the book.
Oh,
And some
great.
women are saying, this is so good. It's amazing.
Yes, please do, because that adds credibility and validity to your book. Have you thought
Yeah,
about writing more books or serial books?
I have not. but thank you for the confidence.
Yes, yes, I see
Um,
your book.
maybe I will think about it. I it took a while to get this one out, so we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Well, I see great things for you, and I just see God elevating you and connecting you with so many different people. So,
Yeah. Thank you, Carmen. I really appreciate. I just really appreciate the opportunity to
oh,
really I get to talk about fashion and Jesus in the same at the
yes,
same time.
yes, you're quite welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being my special guest today. I appreciate everyone who's here, and may the peace of God be with you, and peace and blessings to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for everybody who showed up today.